Today we'll compare shopping and lifestyle on a morning in Spain versus in the United States. How much do we spend and how's the quality? Good morning. Today we're going to see how much is spent on shopping in the United States and shopping in Spain. And also, what would the morning routine be like for a girl living in the United States and a girl living in Spain? Let's get started. Subscribe, like, and do all those important things. Today I have to improvise with breakfast because I ran out of coffee. I just made the little bit of coffee I had left with a little bit of water. Because I'm Cuban, I know how to manage with these shortages. And I also ran out of bread. Bread, this is where I keep it. There's none. I don't have any bread at all. These crackers remind me of some I bought but didn't like. I only have 2 pieces of bread left, so I'm toasting them in the sandwich maker because I like my bread pressed. And over here, I'm going to make myself some eggs, an omelet, and I'm going to make it with this cheese, Philadelphia. This is a bit improvised. The other day I was watching a video of a Cuban girl eating and how she had breakfast mayonnaise. People here might find it strange, but in Cuba we often had nothing to eat. Mayonnaise made with oil and garlic at home was what we ate with bread. This is a normal breakfast. I've eaten it since I was little. My favorite is always eggs, but I'm out of vegetables, so I'll need to buy some. In this video, we're going to see how prices in Spain compare to those in the United States. What would shopping be like? Also, keep in mind that life is different in the United States. There's a totally different lifestyle there compared to Spain. People earn varying amounts. It's a different system. Here, people earn less, so things naturally cost less. But anyway, it's always useful to see the comparison because maybe the difference will be really big or maybe it will be minimal, just a small difference. I don't know. You are the ones who should draw your own conclusions. Also, like our lifestyle, getting up, our routines. Since I'm self-employed and work from home, honestly, I take life pretty calmly, very relaxed, not like with a lot of stress. No one can take that away from me. The stress that comes with being self-employed in Spain, but I take my time. My mornings are peaceful because I need to enjoy life. Life in Spain, which has taken me so much work to build because I didn't have this before. I used to wake up in a blackout, stressed, with nothing for breakfast, no bread, milk, or anything. Now I try to enjoy this small pleasure in life. 2 toasts with 2 eggs and some cheese. Philadelphia, I wish I had avocado, but I don't. That's why today is perfect for grocery shopping. I'm going to do my shopping at Mercadona. I don't know, Lilian, since you're in the United States, what would be the equivalent of Mercadona there? Mercadona is like a supermarket that isn't the most affordable, but it has really good quality. That's something I always keep in mind. That's why I really like Mercadona. People have different opinions on some things, but I really like many products from Mercadona. I know I should buy fruits and vegetables at a greengrocer, but to make things easier, we'll get everything in one place, because I'm a fruit. Since I live alone and don't have a car yet, I need convenience, so I shop for everything at Mercadona. I bought this little set to have breakfast out here on the terrace, this set of furniture, but honestly, I always end up sitting on the floor. I always end up sitting here on the floor to have breakfast. Well, my breakfast today is a bit humble, but it's what I had. I don't have any food. I'm in, saving mode. I'm not even buying that much food. Well, I'm going to have breakfast, but let me tell you, I'm more and more surprised every day that so many people from the United States who follow me and write to me are interested in coming here to Spain. Life in Spain isn't all rosy. There's a lot of hard work, especially with paperwork. The lifestyle is different. If you're used to life in the United States, life here in Spain is very different. Just keep that in mind. So I think that before making the decision to come here, you should come for a month to try it out. I don't know, I guess just for a visit. I guess people don't always go by just what I say because my life is different. My lifestyle is different from yours. We're not all the same, and luckily everyone has different tastes. Not all of us like the same things, and not all of us want to follow the same path. So be very mindful and think carefully about that decision. I always have breakfast and then we go grocery shopping.
Good morning. Before introducing myself, for those who don't know me, I want to thank Anita Mateo for the opportunity to share another video together on her channel. Last year we made one, and this year, well, we came up with the idea to collaborate again. So here I am. Thank you so much, Anita Mateo, for inviting me. Hello to everyone who doesn't know me. I know her channel has grown a lot this past year. My name is Lilian. I'm a Cuban who emigrated to the United States more than 4 years ago, and on my channel, I share my experiences as an immigrant. A few tips about life in the United States, and lately I've also been adding some finance tips. My mornings are usually, thank God, very calm. Compared to the average immigrant and to the general average life in the United States. And for that, honestly, I am very grateful. A normal morning for me starts pretty early because I have 3 little dogs that start asking me for food very early. So going out, my morning starts like that, kind of like when a mom has kids and has to hurry to get them to school, literally. They demand all my attention at that time of the morning. So like as soon as I wake up, I'm already up taking care of them. What I can't go without afterwards is a coffee. By the way, my channel is called A Coffee with Lilian, and it couldn't be any other way. Actually, today I started a new routine and I'm trying to incorporate this because what I have been doing for a long time is running, but I definitely wanted to incorporate this here. Mornings are pretty intense and busy. I'm going to show you images of how the gym looked when we arrived in the morning, full of people, and when we were leaving, it was still really crowded. And life here is just so hectic. Those who live here will understand that if you want to make the most of your day, you either start really early or you'll end up finishing late. To be able to do all the activities you want to do, like going to the gym, taking care of the kids, taking them to extracurricular activities, your own activities, your job, and the house. In short, here, sometimes 24 hours in a day just isn't enough. So for me, being organized is part of what will lead you to a successful routine. What I'm going to do is take you with me to shop here in the United States. Anita will be shopping at Mercadona and I'll be shopping at Walmart with a small list. There will be some differences because she needs some specific things and others. But we're going to try to stick to the same shopping list and see where it's more expensive. So I'm going to finish my coffee, have breakfast, show you really quickly what I'm going to have for breakfast, and then we'll head straight to Walmart. I forgot to mention that I work as a tax preparer here in the United States. And honestly, when it comes to work, I can feel very fortunate because since I arrived in this country with just a little bit of English that has been improving and is obviously not perfect, I've been able to find work. With my degree, I graduated with a bachelor's in accounting and finance in Cuba. For those who don't know, tax season here starts in January and lasts until April 15th. Usually when you're not in season, it's the same. There are many people who haven't filed their taxes who still have things pending to do with the Internal Revenue Service, which is the institution here that collects the government's taxes. So there's always work. During this season, it's slow. Obviously, it's much less. And I also do work for that same marketing company. I help them with their social media, which we're trying to grow little by little, and I also do some bookkeeping. I mean, I stay active throughout the whole year, even when we're not in season. Yes, it's a part-time job, but when it starts in January, I sometimes end up working even more than 40 hours a week. The truth is, I usually do my shopping at Costco because there are 4 of us at home, plus 3 little dogs, and I cook their food myself at home. So this shopping trip isn't going to be my usual one, the one I always do, but like I said, it's not the amount I usually buy. I usually really buy in bulk, as they call it here, which means in larger quantities.
I didn't make a shopping list since we're buying several items I need and things every home and family usually get. Hi, my kitchen.
Hi, my mommy is here.
Every home buys. Some specific things that I think most people eat. Well, I'm not going to say everyone, but in most cases. So let's take a look at that purchase, how it is and how much, the quality and all those things, because the quality and the ingredients also vary. Are we going to pay attention to that too? So let's go. Well, you might always think that I sponsor Mercadona, but that's not the case. It's just that there are things I always prefer and buy. Here's the ham from the deli. I usually get the prepackaged chicken breast too. Remember, I live alone. They also have this family-sized option, and I also buy eggs here, the free-range eggs. There are different options, packs of 12 or 24. Honestly, I really like shopping here. I know that people say the meat here isn't the best, that there are better options. I go to a butcher shop. This is truly my real routine. I'm not lying. Do you have the pork? I buy the beans here at Mercadona, which I really like. They're very good quality, and I also buy them here. These small avocados differ from those in Cuba, and this orange squeezing machine in the supermarket is a 10 out of 10, the best invention.
This is probably the second time I've recorded inside a store. Well, thank you. For me, going into the bread aisle here in any store is a real challenge because I can't stand it. It really gets to me. I feel like vomiting from the smell of bread. I don't know if it's the preservative or what it is, but it's a whole aisle and I hate it. So I'm making an effort. I avoid it unless, like here, the coffee is right in front and I have to come. And I'm going to be looking for whole wheat bread. Let's see what I find. I stayed here. The healthier options, of course, are more expensive. And there are always options from from here at Walmart that are much cheaper. But well, when it comes to bread, I also try to look for quality. And generally the one I buy is this one here. Sourdough, which is made with natural starter, is the one I like the most. But as you can see, it's half a loaf and it costs $4.98. Well, once I'm home, I'll show you quickly. What I was buying, I needed dishwashing detergent, so I want to try this brand, which is pretty good. I've tried their laundry detergent and it's pretty good. I bought myself a shower gel. This specific one, I've never tried it before. Orange juice, which I love, 2 avocados, Cuban avocados, just the usual. I also like hash browns, the small ones, but well, I found these and bought them. I bought some bananas, little bananas, 5 bananas, 2 tomatoes, eggs, 12 eggs. This pork, which was the only meat I actually bought, bread, I bought this whole wheat one that I've never tried before. I usually eat another bread, but we're trying this one to see how it is. Black beans, since I want to make beans soon and didn't have any. I also use them for congri and similar dishes. Even though I don't cook beans very often, when I want to, I like to have them there, 2 pounds of beans. In total, the total number of products I bought was 10 and I paid $39.05, including taxes and everything. Okay.
Purchase completed. I bought this whole bag and you guys are going to be amazed by the price. Wow, I don't know how things are or what the girl from the United States buys or spends, but I'll show you what I bought. Some pads and other women's items since I'm on my period and need them. I bought bacon for seasoning, some beans that I also bought, and this is already a plate of bolognese pasta from Mercadona. I love the quality of the prepared food they have. It's really good, at least I like it. And you know, I always read the ingredients. I've developed the habit of reading the ingredients. This pasta that I love, toothpaste, mushrooms that were on sale, 100% natural orange juice that you squeeze yourself in the machine. I love whole wheat bread. I always buy it, almost always the one with seeds and sunflower seeds. I always read the ingredients and the nutritional information. I've learned to do that here because I never used to do it in Cuba. Besides, there's only one kind of bread, whatever it is, you have to eat it, even if it's the worst, with the most chemicals in the world, 2 avocados, 12 free-range eggs. I'm also careful when choosing eggs because here there are different types of eggs and different types of hens. There are free-range eggs which come from free-range hens, hens that are free, that are happy and live happily without stress. There are also barn hens, and there are also categories of eggs, category A, category I don't know what, different sizes. It's like, wow, and well, I always buy the ones from free and stress-free hens, black beans. Here they're called black beans, these little dental floss sticks. You need to have good oral hygiene to use dental floss, always. Honestly, my dentist told me before, I didn't do it. How gross. And turkey breast, this turkey breast is 5.60, but it comes with a lot of fillets. And for me, since I live alone, all of this is worth it for the amount of 39.05. There it is. Mercadona, 80 minutes ago, 39.05. I spent that and look how many things I bought. And well, honestly, when I first arrived in Spain, I didn't have any information about food. In Cuba, we eat whatever is available in Cuba. There aren't different supermarket chains. There aren't different types of things. There's only one of each kind, whatever is available, whatever shows up, and you just have to settle for what's there. There's only one kind of milk. Sometimes it's even sold illegally in people's homes for those who can't get it any other way, even by stealing, and they sell it on the black market. You don't have the option to choose, but when I arrived in Spain and saw that I had the option to choose, well, you can choose to eat well or eat however you want. At first, I ate anything. I didn't pay attention to the nutritional information of anything. I just ate. I would go for whatever was cheapest. Honestly, I gained a lot of weight. Even now, I still am. I ate a lot of industrial foods, a lot of processed things, lots of cookies, lots of candy, things I had never seen in my life, and I wanted to enjoy them. I wanted, those things, and yes, I gained a lot of weight. Then I started a healthier life, a healthier lifestyle, going to the gym, starting to get interested in reading nutritional information and choosing the best options. Here in Spain, actually, supermarkets are not the best options. There are many local chains, local stores, there are fruit shops where they sell more natural vegetables straight from, I don't know, from farms. There are the markets they hold on Sundays, for example, here in Carballo, where local people have those products at home and go and sell them. That's already much more natural and healthier. It costs a bit more, but it's worth paying extra for quality products. Sometimes I do that and I go to local places to buy, I don't know, fruits, vegetables. There are also local bakeries where the bread is excellent quality with sourdough. It's incredible, incredible. Actually, the supermarket isn't the best option. It's not the healthiest. It's just the easiest. Yes, I do buy there sometimes, I have to admit, but always within that. I try to look for the best options because I make sure to find the best options, even if maybe it's a little more expensive. Like that whole grain bread with seeds and sunflower seeds, for example, it's a bread that costs a little bit more than regular sliced bread. But for me, I pay for it because I want to eat a little healthier. I try to invest in my diet. And honestly, I feel much lighter, healthier, less bloated, and little by little, I've been learning how to eat. And when I have a car, I want to go to more distant local places to shop. I'm not always shopping at the supermarket. I shop at the supermarket because it's closer to me. But honestly, for 39 euros, what can I do if one shopping trip costs me that much? I don't even spend 300 euros a month on groceries, and honestly, I think that's great. I believe that here in Spain, as long as you work, you'll have food, because there are also different options. There are cheaper options, there are more expensive options, and in general, the food is very good quality. Here, there are many ingredients and things that aren't allowed, like maybe in the United States. You know, for example, cereals. There's a cereal there that in the United States is sold in green, but here the green one isn't sold because it's made with a substance that's considered very dangerous, very toxic. So I think Europe regulates things very well to focus more on people's health. I don't know, that's just what I think. Maybe not, I don't know. It's just what I read on the internet and from what I've seen. I feel there are many local, natural, and organic options in Europe. I haven't lived in the United States, so I don't know. I know they do exist, but they're much more expensive and not everyone can afford them.
Honestly, I feel that products here in the United States, besides being expensive, aren't really the best quality. And I'm going to talk about my own case, since we're trying to eat products that are clean or as clean as possible, which means products that are made with just one ingredient or have very few ingredients. Why is there a need to make bread with 10, 20, 30, or even 40 ingredients? When so many of them are preservatives, artificial scents, artificial colors, and artificial flavors? I'm trying to look for quality in products, and when we look for quality products, they're not necessarily cheap. We're not even mentioning organic fruits and vegetables, since they're even pricier, at a price that often doubles the normal price of a regular product that's full of pesticides and many other chemicals. So in summary, for me, eating clean in the United States is not cheap, but it's totally worth it. What do you want to spend your money on now? Do you want to spend it now on clean, healthy food, or do you want to spend it later on medications and medicine? I know that for many people, eating clean is not an option and they just eat whatever is in front of them, because when it comes to time, time is gold. Basically because of work schedules, because you need to rest. And of course, not everyone has the possibility to invest a little bit of their time in cooking. Yeah, when I arrived in this country 4 years ago, my husband had already been living here for a few years. So he had already gone through all of this. First, when you emigrate and want to try many new things, you discover everything missing in our countries, like Cuba, where the situation honestly gets worse every day. And things as simple as an ice cream flavor aren't something everyone can have. So when you arrive, you come with that mentality of not caring. I'm not focused on what to eat, I just want to try new and delicious things. And then as time goes by, you start to notice what you eat and the possibility that you can choose, which is something we don't have in Cuba. Well, it changes your mindset a little. And now, as I was saying, at this point, we are trying to choose foods. Even if we spend a little more on the price we're paying, we know that we're eating clean. I think it already depends on your priorities in life and what you want to do and how you want to manage your finances and your economy. But yes, it is possible. You can eat clean, eat healthy, eat well. Like I said, you might have to sacrifice some other things. Maybe you won't be able to eat out every weekend. You won't be able to eat street food all the time. If you stay organized, you can invest more in your diet, and trust me, it's worth it. Thanks again, Anita Mateu, for inviting me to your channel. I love making these videos. because even though I haven't visited Spain, I have many friends who live there, and I love learning how different life is in some ways. Remember, my name is Lilian. I'll be waiting for you on my channel so you can see all the content I have. I hope you like it and that some of you become part of my family as well.
Bye, and well, I hope you liked it and that you found today's video interesting, comparing shopping in the United States and shopping in Spain. As you could see, the prices are quite similar, but the quantity or quality of the products varies. It depends. Leave your comments below no matter where you're from. Where do you think it's more feasible to shop? Where do you think the ingredients are more natural? Where do you think the ingredients are healthier? Also, leave me recommendations for places where I can shop here, where the food is really, really healthy, 100%, fruit shops, vegetable shops, whatever. Because I'm really interested in taking care of my diet. That's also why I wanted to make this video, to hear your tips, because I always like to listen to you. I've learned a lot from you actually, from the advice you leave me in the comments. It's also super interesting for me to see the dynamic in the United States, how people shop. It really catches my attention because I thought it would be more expensive over there, but honestly, the price, this was unplanned. So I told her, you do your shopping, I'll do mine, whatever we need, and we'll compare, and honestly, the price was similar. Follow Lilian on her YouTube too. Hey, subscribe, give it a like, and all those super important things, because that way you help me a lot. I love you all so much, sending you a little kiss, and I'll see you in the next video.